Hi, this is Galactic Command Tarot. This is a psychic beacon, so if you are watching this, then you are a member of Galactic Command. Excuse me. Now, you can choose to believe that or not. As it is, you exist in one of two states or conditions, and that is either active or inactive. Now, active means everything I say or do or pull from the ancient Galactic Command Tarot deck will apply to you. Inactive means everything I say or do will not apply to you. To go from inactive to active, all you have to do is say, of my own free will, I volunteer for service with Galactic Command, and that is it. There's nothing else you have to do. All you do is just enjoy your life. Now, this is the Ancient Galactic Command Tarot deck manifested by Archangel Michael. What you see on the back cover is, how should I put it, the insignia of Galactic Command. It looks like this because doesn't matter how you look at it. That's just the way it is. If you want to know, they either wear it on their arm or they have it on their chest here. Anyways, this is the Ancient Galactic Command Tarot deck manifested by Archangel Michael in the presence of the Almighty God. So it talks, and that's what I do is I pull them out and I tell you what they say. It's like the Holy Bible, okay? And anyways, Archangel Michael, if you don't know the story, he volunteered to be the first person or being to go on the Twinflame Journey to prove it could be done. He gave up all knowledge of him being Archangel Michael, and he agreed to be born into human form, not knowing who he was. He raised his vibrational frequency, and he, by default, Archangel Michael is a member of Galactic Command because angels deal with members of Galactic Command. So by that default, he is the same as you. And he had guardians or angels, however you want to refer to it, but they helped him. They whispered in his ear. They helped him raise his vibrational frequency. And he, with their knowledge, he found out who he really was, and then he realized he had to raise it to the angelic realm to literally find his twin flame. Okay, so you don't have to go that far. As I said, this is manifested by Archangel Michael. He created it just for you as members of Galactic Command. So let's get started. Now, you may hear all kinds of ways to go into tarot reading. Simply, all you got to do, members of Galactic Command, is just shuffle the deck until you feel like stopping. That's literally it. This goes with any tarot deck. You can pick up any tarot deck. It doesn't matter what you're thinking, what you're saying, what you're doing. You just shuffle until you decide to stop. Cut it with your left hand like that. I do all my readings right in front of you, so you can see that I'm not going, hey, did you see that happen? Which you didn't. It all happens right here in front of you. And this is your reading. Let's go. King of Swords. Nice way to start. Nice, happy guy looking at you, talking to you. Nothing bad being said. Nothing at all. This is a authoritative and masculine energy. There's no drama. It's actually pretty nice. It's a really nice feeling. It's like a shared feeling. Since it's the King of Swords, swords have to do with your thoughts and your thinking. If you've never seen it, there are no negative readings like this, they're always read upright here. And that's because the messages come as they are. If it's a negative message, you'll find out. But this isn't. These are like, these are nice thoughts. I mean, there's nobody thinking anything bad. Whatever has happened, you guys have healed it. Everybody's getting along, and they're sincerely getting along. It's not like I better act like this because I might offend somebody. They're actually being nice because they want to be nice. They're actually thinking the way they're thinking because they like thinking that way. It's a very positive card. It's a very good way to start. This is a minor card, so this is what's happening now. Whatever happened, it's happening now. It could be like in the past week. It's not something that's going to extend for 10 years. But at this moment, everybody's acting good. They're cooperating. They're trying their best. If someone wants to talk to you, they're trying to talk to you. And they're not. It's not to give you bad news. It's to say hi, how are you, or hey, I love you. It's like that. And you're doing the same thing. You're actually meeting the right people, and you're extending like gratefulness and gratitude and thanks, and you're just being, as they used to say in the old kids' report cards, you're being courteous, kind, and polite. And that is a wonderful feeling. That's a wonderful feeling. Okay? It's a good way to start. Temperance, because there is balance in your life. That is what that represents. Day and night, light and dark, love coming down into you, coming up from the earth. There is balance. This is nice. There is this is a major card. So this is like peace, harmony, and balance coming into your life. And at this moment, it is great. And you've been working on it, or others have been working on it. So it's part of everybody that's around you. They used to say, you and your soul tribe have connected and you are getting along. Well, we can say that too, Literally just means the people you are around are the people that make you happy. It's different with family, but it's nice when it's the same thing. Family is family, and sometimes they may be negative, and sometimes they may be positive. It's up to you to have that balance with them, but they're never going to go away, forever. Your mom and dad's still going to be your mom and dad, and if they make you angry today, guess what? They're still there tomorrow. They're mom and dad. Brothers and sisters, be good to your brothers and sisters, because in the end, after all that's ever happened in the world, they are literally the only people who really stand beside you when everything else fails. And this is great because this is a balance. You understand this, that, you should treat others the way you wanted to be treated. Don't be mean to somebody. If you hate somebody come up to you and snapping at you and saying, I'm doing it just because I don't like the way you look. It's terrible. I remember there was this kid when I was in school, not high school, but younger than that, somewhere around 7th or 8th grade, something like that. There was this kid, and he was always he was always insulting the kids around him, and people would, insult him back. And one day, I came up to him, and he was a little smaller than me, and I said, "Hi, how are you doing?" And he like said an insult to me, and I said, "Why are you like that?" I said, I mean, you're not a bad looking kid. All I'm just trying to do is be nice to you. I'm not going to sit here and yell at you or swear at you or call you names or anything like that. I'm just trying to be nice. I mean, I see old people always insulting you, and you never seem to be happy. And he just looked at me and he goes, "Sorry, I'm just used to everybody always doing that to me." I said, "My name is such and such," and he told me his name, and said, I wouldn't mind just at least trying to be your friend. I can't say be a good one, but at least I'll say I'm trying. And he smiled, and we weren't the best of buddies, but I would make it a point that when I'd see him, I would walk up and say, "Hi, how are you doing? Are you doing okay?" And he would smile and say, "Yeah, I am." And it was nice. It was nice to be like that, and I would love it and appreciate it if someone came up and just said that to me. Just said, "Hi, I'm just trying to be your friend." When you're little kids playing on the playground, I remember I was maybe 4 or 5 years old, and I would run into this playground and I'd get on the slides, and if there were kids there, I'd just run up to the kids, say, "Hi, how are you? Can I play with you?" And they're like, "Yeah, you can come play with us." And I would have one. I may never see those kids again, but that's how I was. And, that is the kind of energy that's going on right now. You've carried it in you, so let it go. It's that peace, that's harmony, that balance that's inside you. You've been carrying it around because you are a member of Galactic Command. There you go. Knight of Wands. Action. Don't be so defensive, like right here. But you can use that knowledge that's inside of you. That's what a knight is. Excuse me. Well, if you want to think of it in the terms of being a knight, just like on this, a knight usually is in the old days, let's say the days of King Arthur, you would be a page or a squire. That means that you would be a little boy, and a knight or a noble or somebody, or even somebody learned, a teacher, would put you through. They would put you through the paces, or teach you the ropes, or pay your dues, as it's called in some places. But you would be a little boy, and then you would learn to read and write, like what you would do going to school. You would go to school. You would go 1, 2, 3 through the grades, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And as you got older, they would, when you reach age 12 or something like that, halfway to being an adolescent or whatever, and they would say, "Okay, you are now a page," which means you are seriously being considered to be a knight. Oh, excuse me. And then, you would learn how to set a table, like a table for eating, how to polish shoes, do all that stuff. All the necessary things to help out in the home, help out doing humble jobs, helping the women, washing the dishes, learning how to go out and milk the cow, all that stuff, all the humble things. And as you got older and older, you would learn how to pick up a stick and how to defend yourself, how to help others. And you would keep learning this stuff until you became a squire. And a squire was someone who was literally like high school, getting ready to go to university. You know, you were learning the skills to be a skilled fighter, to talk to lords and ladies, to talk to a king. You know, in today's it would be you becoming like someone who could talk to a politician and could go out and talk eloquently to the neighbors, the local population, to be a nice person and favored in their eyes legitimately. You were becoming a nice person, and you know, like a policeman almost, like, you know, you were learning the trade, you know, and then going from policeman to, you know, if you know, it could be like in America they would have like the Boy Scouts, and then you could become a counselor, then a policeman, and then you literally going into the military and choosing to be an officer, you know, a leader of soldiers. And that's what a knight is. It's not just a regular soldier, it's someone with advanced training, which is like you have advanced training in you. And after all these years, you are finally graduating, and you kneel down and they say, you know, they touch you on the shoulder with a sword, or someone gifted puts their hand upon your head and says, do you swear to do this? And you say yes. And then they say, rise a knight. And that is it. And you are literally on your way. You know, you've learned all there is to know to get you going in life. A lot from just one card. This is your actions. You are nobly stepping forward. You have that confidence. There is confidence in your step. You don't have to fight. Your presence is enough for everyone to say, wow, you know, there's just something special about them, you know. And at this moment, it's that courtesy, that's that positive energy, that balance in you that you've had all the time. You've had it all the time. And you see it in others. That's one of the things, is that you recognize it in others. A knight, back in the times of King Arthur, a knight would know another knight, because they would, if they were in the same room, they act differently. It's like if you put two rocket scientists in a room and they started talking, and a lot of people would not talk to them because they just are not on the same level intellectually. And this is it's not their fault, but they are also humble, so they know not to, how's the word, be prideful in the way they act. They're proud, but they're not prideful, which means if someone is if, you know, think about it, if you're a rocket scientist and someone comes up to you and starts talking about the job about Dairy Queen, the rocket scientist would say, hey, you know what? I remember being a kid and going to Dairy Queen with my family, and we would buy the little 50 cents, and it felt so nice, and it was wonderful to have those memories. You know, he wouldn't bring up that he was a rocket scientist. Same with a knight. You know, the knight was with the poor, and they were talking about something. You know, he wouldn't look down on them, and that's you too, being courteous, kind, and polite, balanced, and the people you're attracting to you are the same way. The ones that are surrounding you are acting the same way because they are the same way. That balance, the balance in your life, in what everything you're doing or what the others are doing, they're aligning up with you. Okay? It's wonderful. It's a nice feeling. Yeah, it's a nice way to go through life. It is wonderful. Five of Pentacles, this is your life. You are through making others walk away from you. See, there is that light shining down, bringing people together. You know, you don't have to do that anymore. People aren't doing that anymore. This is your life. Look, when you weren't like this, when you weren't like this, you were like this now. Very first card out. You're not like that anymore. Not by yourself, and your friends aren't away from you. You are like this. Peace, harmony, and balance. That's what you're going away from. You ever wonder, when is my life going to get better? It's right now. At this moment. At this moment, it's getting better. This is just wonderful. Wonderful news. You want to point that something happened at this moment. At this moment. Because you have that Emperor energy in you. Look at that. That Emperor, you are literally taking that Emperor energy. You are like this in the driver's seat of the huge spaceship of your life. What you can barely see down here is the Empress, or if you want to call her the Twin Flame. The Emperor and the Empress, if you ever get their card, Emperor looks down onto the scenery. He is up in the air. It's nice peace, harmony, balance. He's up high. He's looking down. He's not calling attention to himself, but he's also just kind of watching. If you ever see the Empress card, the Empress is right down here. She's leaning back against the tree, and she's just having fun, just being herself. Masculine energy, and the Empress just is divine feminine energy. You're taking control. But if you ever see the Empress card, and you can just barely make her out down here, she's leaning against this tree, and the view is from that horizon there looking up. And so you see this tree filling the card, and she's leaning up with her back up against it, and part of her exposed. And way up in the background, you see this ship, him watching over her. And this is the view from that spaceship, him looking down, watching his twin flame. Now this doesn't need to be male or female. You can have masculine energy when you're trying to help yourself. You know, it's like a studying. It's the using of your mind to help yourself. And as I said, look, the first card out is sort of the masculine balanced energy. It's you helping yourself, trying to make yourself a better person. The feminine energy down here in the background is your heart. Your heart is helping you mentally to balance yourself out. You're using that knowledge, okay? And what it's doing is it's bringing the Empress to you. And as I said, the Empress, excuse me, the Empress is that heart space in the other person. And you could be male or you could be female. And you're drawing them to you. You're drawing that love. You know, or you're being drawn to them. But they're very close. Look at that. He's looking out a window. They're very, you can literally see them. But, excuse me, I got something in my throat. The air is kind of dry. It's not you guys. So that's what that is. He's, your twin flame is that close. You can see them. And as it says in this, you know, this is you, the Emperor. You are literally in charge, loud and in charge, but not loud in your mind, loud in your heart. Because you've taken that step to progress yourself. Be that person who is proud but not prideful. Okay? Proud but not prideful. There is a difference. So, very close. Very, very, very close. Bottom of the deck. Look at that. 2 kings. King of Swords and King of Pentacles. That's your life. Look at that right there. You are taking charge of your life. Look, literally. Lots of leadership energy. Lots of taking control of yourself. Making this happen. You are making this happen. This is wonderful energy. Wonderful. I mean, don't doubt this. Don't doubt this. You are making this happen. That's what it means. You are making this happen. You've taken all the steps. You've taken all the steps. You are on the right path. You're on the right path. Look, from the very beginning. From the very beginning, you are on the right path. Excuse me. You've balanced yourself out. You've made it happen. The divine light is coming down into you and coming up from the earth. Earth and heaven are working with you. It's just one of those things. You know, you've hit that magic point. Yeah, you've got it on the bullseye. You are on the right. You've hit the bullseyes with the dark. With the dark, you've changed your life around. You're no longer going in any direction. You are stable. See? Not stable, and now going stable. You've taken control, taken command of your life. That is wonderful energy. As I said before, it's happening now. It's happening now. Take a look around. Take a look around. Find that twin flame. They're there. They are there. You've manifested them. You just have to find them. You know who they are. That's that confidence of all these kings and these emperors. You know who they are. Okay, so that's your reading. It applies today, tomorrow, or a million years from now, whenever you are watching this, because you're a member of Galactic Command. So, as the angels say, good luck, and I will talk to you later.